Hi, guys. We are Nights. I'm Ray.
And I'm Gerard.
I'm Michael.
Guys, we're back at this.
Let's
Episode
go.
15 today.
Episode 15.
I'm back with you guys again.
This episode is called
again.
And Now for a Word. So I don't know where we're going with this episode here. But I do know the last episode, again, Sheridan was in trouble. Right? But at the same time, if I'm not mistaken, didn't we also have Kosh making Sheridan like an assistant and whatnot?
Yeah. So that was introduced on episode 13, if I'm not mistaken. And now that this was a follow-up episode.
The last couple of episodes.
Yeah.
There seems to be some type of connection with Sheridan and Kosh somehow.
And then remember there was a scene in this last one where he's in the elevator and then he's leaving the elevator and he finds Kosh. He's like, why? I forgot. Kosh said like one word and it was like basically it was meant to happen. I guess I don't even know. Kosh is just one of those characters, man. It was good. He was set up, and we found out that Minbaris do lie.
Yeah, the whole idea, the fact that whole race doesn't lie,
That's BS.
That's BS.
No,
but I still go with the fact that I do believe that the warrior cast is still. I still think they're honorable. They're just upset. I think they're honorable in the fact that they're not like you thought that they were just shooting for power and whatnot, just power. I don't think it's just power. I do like that. I think of all the races, I really do like the Minbari a lot. I like this setup, and we see more of a setup than we did with the Narn or even the Centauri. Like you see more of the functioning of the Minbari than anything else. And they have Lanier. So, I mean, you can't go wrong. Okay, quiet, silence. Yeah, I know it. Because you guys can't knock on them.
All I'm saying is the Narn got a pretty cool backstory. That's all I'm saying.
No, and they do. I'm just saying the way they're set up, like, I don't know the full setup of the Narn. I don't understand it as much as it's easy to understand how the Minbari got it set up. And, of course, we know that the Centauri is an Empress and Empire type of thing. So, anyway, listen.
I guess you can say for how much we know of everything, they would have to be the best one just because we know more information. I am more intrigued though in the Narn than anything else. I just like the backstory of like being like previously enslaved and then came back out of nowhere being.
I have to agree with Michael.
But they're getting crushed.
Bro. But that's how it is, bro.
It's heartbreaking.
Like the underdog, bro. It's the underdog.
Exactly.
I just can't wait, bro. When they get a win. I cannot wait for like
for the Narn to get a win.
Yeah,
oh my
Heck
god!
Yeah.
Dude, we're gonna
go crazy.
Yeah,
we might have a bottle of champagne.
Centauri homeworld blown up.
We're all just celebrating for death.
Dude.
Come on, this is who I am, bro. Let's not shy away from who I know what I do. I know why I'm like the way I am, dude. I want the Narn to win one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Maybe not the homeworld, but a major outpost. You know what I mean? Like destroy the Centauri major outpost. Yeah.
Or they discover some major technology.
Clean it up afterwards,
something like that.
As the children and the females are on their way, like they're prisoners of war now. They're POWs.
Even if they assassinate Rifa, that guy who.
The guy that it's hooked up to Londo, basically put him in that.
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
If they take him out somehow, I'm gonna be cheering for that so hard.
And they gotta
honestly, take that.
They gotta put on live stream too. Like it's gotta be okay. No, never mind. We're going too far.
We have to start.
We're going too far.
Come on.
I'm pumped. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Centauri.
All right, guys. We are episode 15, season 2.
We're pro Narn.
Now for a word. Let's get right to this.
I thought you were gonna say, and now for a word. I thought you were gonna hit a commercial. Like, okay, where are we going with this? I didn't even know
our brief spot.
In the 100 or so years since humanity went to the stars, we've established outposts and colonies on over 24 worlds in 14 solar systems. Only the Mars colony, plagued by scattered groups of separatists who have used acts of terror to intimidate the Earth-loyal majority, has proven more controversial than the Earth Alliance station, Babylon 5.
Uh-oh, Mars again.
Okay, now.
An ISN crew and I recently spent 36 hours aboard Babylon 5, asking hard
This is a different angle.
And on occasion, getting in a little over our heads.
Well, this is what Earth is seeing. The propaganda they're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Non-transport Natan, return to your holding position at once. I repeat, return to your...
Shadraka!
Centauri vessel Malios, break off.
Natog!
Oh!
Oh!
Terrible explosion. A conspiracy involving several of these individuals.
Wait. Who killed who?
All this and more in 36 hours aboard Babylon 5, here on the Interstellar Network News. We'll be back with our story.
Oh my God! Please tell me the Narn.
And now for a word.
What,
Oh, I guess they're continuing with the thing.
dude?
What the
was
heck?
that?
What a take. What an angle.
Dude.
Okay. All right. I like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that a lot.
This is cool. Centraca. Boom, boom. I'm gonna say that.
Just
from
go
now on.
back and just blow them out the sky. Jesus Christ. But okay, well, we're gonna easily assume. I wonder if we're gonna see them skew the information for the crowd to be against Babylon 5.
Yellow journalism.
Do you guys think so?
I think so. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
that's what they're
sure.
planning on doing. I mean,
bro, come on, it's a news.
I mean,
it's a
she
news
just said the
station.
favorability of Babylon 5 is
Fake
down
news.
from 30% to 40%. Like more people are hating it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I wonder why. Because it's doing good. I wonder what they're doing.
By the way, you saw Sorry, I just completely interrupted you. Go ahead. I wonder what they're
I
doing.
wonder because I was thinking that maybe it looks like they generate a lot of money too. Like they got to be generating money.
Yeah.
Because they come from all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a port. You trade everything, so it's like
That's what I'm saying. It's
like there
business.
is currency
So
coming in and coming out.
There's money
so-
coming in.
Yeah.
There's no way they're not making any money.
Who?
You know what I mean?
Babylon 5, right?
Babylon
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, remember they talked about pulling in $5 million. Remember that? Like in the like in 2 episodes ago or something like that. And that's why they got the gift store. Remember? Then when they started
correct.
talking about the gift store.
But you would think that would be one of the good reasons to keep them up there because it's making money.
Just because I don't want to be like leaning over every single. No, the other one. There you go.
My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. I don't want
A
to.
Narn vessel opened fire on a Centauri transport with
Yes. Sintraka.
Surgery and full CAT scan. I need more region packs over here, people!
Dr. Franklin, Cynthia Torkman, ISN News.
Where is she there?
Yeah, you need to get out of the way, man.
Do you have any comment on what just happened here?
No comment at this time. Doctor,
What about the Narn vessel that attacked the transport?
we dispatched a fighter wing to apprehend them. We won't know anything more until they're in protected custody. If you will excuse
Oh, did they take off?
Yep. Like a drive-by?
behavior that endangers the very purpose of Babylon 5.
Lozanda.
Of course, Londo.
For the Narn to carry their vendetta against our people into neutral territory like
Yo, the balls, bro. Honestly, man, this guy.
And though we mourn our own losses, we have felt strongly about our friends from Earth ever since we first encountered your world 100 years ago. To endanger your people for no reason.
He's lying.
Of course he is.
Do you think attacks of this nature put everybody aboard Babylon 5 in unnecessary jeopardy?
We are already in far greater jeopardy than you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, really.
Yep.
For real.
What does it take to call a place like this home?
Yeah, how would you live on there?
Overall, I've found this to be a good working environment and a valuable experience. I've learned a lot while I've been here.
You enjoy working with everyone?
Yes,
Maybe not
A
everyone.
little pause there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone get upset here.
Oh, really?
It's like an episode of The Office, right?
You were originally a starship captain, correct?
Hmm.
the Agamemnon.
What's the angle she's trying to play at?
Babylon 5 has been through some dramatic changes in administration since it became operational. Would you attribute these changes to bad management? Given its cost in lives and money, is Babylon 5 serving any useful purpose, or, as we're about to see, is the whole thing falling apart at the seams?
The Centauri ship that was attacked by one of our vessels, it was secretly transferring weapons of mass destruction to ships bound for the front lines where they were to be used in the war against our people.
Was it really? That's the same thing they said about the Narn.
President William Clark has risen to dramatic new levels of popularity because of his administration's emphasis on addressing the needs of Earth.
He's a puppet.
But let's remember that the Babylon Project was conceived right after the Earth-Minbari War. At that time, the idea of a diplomatic station designed to keep anything like that from happening again was very appealing. If the Earth-Minbari War started today, I think things might have gone a little differently. I suppose it still does keep us in a highly visible position with other races. And of course, it's very important for interstellar commerce and trade.
Trade for sure.
Yeah, but the fact that he's saying that the military could do better now, like,
But this,
you'll get destroyed, bro.
It's
Come
the
on.
president. The president and that party is pushing that Earth First movement.
And anybody who thinks that we could hold our own against the Minbari, the Centauri, and God forbid the Vorlons is just plain kidding himself.
True that.
Anytime you lose a war, you just wait a few years and you'll hear from everyone who thought that we could have won if they'd have done the fighting.
Except, of course, Captain, we didn't lose the war.
Of course.
Yeah, believe that though. Keep believing that.
Would you mind telling us what it is you're doing here?
We're investigating Ambassador Jakar's allegations that the Centauri transport was carrying weapons. I was born in the Russian consortium.
How did you come to join Earth Force?
After my brother Ganya was killed in the war, I felt that I had to try and finish what he started.
I'm sure there's more to your story than that.
Yes.
What do you
No,
know?
that's what you're getting.
What?
The yes. That's all you're getting.
Yes.
I'd love to be just bored out of my skull for 24 hours.
Garibaldi, we just got back the hazmat report. We've got a problem.
See what I mean? Always something.
I would love that. To be busy like that all the time.
Aliens make up roughly 42% of Babylon 5's population. Many of them live here in the so-called alien sector.
I would have thought more. 42%? I would have thought more.
Me too.
Proving once again that beauty and the beast
I love
are in the
Cthulhu.
eye of the beholder.
He looked at her like she was a meal. Right?
I would lick their ear.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
A few moments ago, while we were setting up this shot, we got our first glimpse of the Vorlon as he was leaving his quarters just behind me. This is an ISN exclusive, presented here for the first time.
Imagine she got an in-depth interview with Vorlon, with Kosh.
Ambassador, Cynthia Torkman, ISN News. Can we ask you a few questions?
No questions, no comment.
Many of our cities are cut directly out of crystal formations. Patterns of color caused by the light are breathtaking.
All right, creep. Man, go to California, look at a redwood tree and go, you know.
Your appearance, though, isn't typical of your people, is it?
Can't speak too much on it.
Over 250,000 humans were killed in the war with your people. How do you think the families of those victims will feel about your change?
I don't give a damn.
Haven't thought about it.
I think they would feel hurt.
Really?
Damn.
Oh my God.
What are you trying to do, man?
Okay, Oprah.
Gosh.
What would you say to them?
I would say do better.
Ambassador Delenn, you're needed in the council chambers.
Just in time.
Look at that.
Just in time.
Saved by the bell.
Ambassador Delenn.
Really? Is she falling apart over this?
An inspection of the destroyed Centauri has found conclusive proof that she was carrying fusion bombs and support equipment for ion cannons, mass drivers, and heavy energy weapons.
That close to Babylon 5, all that?
If I may make an observation... It is this kind of irresponsible activity, Ambassador, that endangers this station?
The risk to Babylon 5 is minimal.
Oh, we've already seen your minimal risk, Ambassador.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
We will not surrender our sovereign rights.
The sovereign rights of any race end when they threaten innocence.
They're doing what they always do.
Oh boy. You gonna check them out?
Yep.
Oh, this could start a war right here.
That these ships be impounded and their weapons seized.
He has the right. He has the right to call this.
Our ships will defend themselves against any who try to seize them.
Ooh.
That's a threat.
Oh, we cannot allow those ships to leave here with their weapons. They'll just turn right around and use them against us.
Then how do you intend to?
What just happened?
We've got a shooting war going on out here.
Yo.
Let's go.
Ooh, right in front of Babylon 5 like that. What?
Centauri vessels doing battle just outside Babylon 5.
Oh my God, this is awesome. Dude, I got goosebumps. This is awesome.
Hey.
This is awesome.
Coming in. Reading 5. We see 5 incoming hostiles.
Dude, that's happening right outside the window.
Delta leader to hostile vessels. You are ordered to surrender or we will open fire.
Dude, they open fire. Yo, dear Lord.
Damage report. Levels Brown 90 through 92 report damage. Hull breach in blue 70.
We got new weapons, guys. Get the guns out.
You guys, yeah, but they can't see that because then they're gonna try to use.
They probably
Babylon
know that,
5.
bro. They probably know that.
Londo and Gerard in the link. They're saying that if we open fire on their vessels, they'll consider it an act of war.
Yep.
But you're heading Babylon 5. We got the guns of Navarone here, guys.
People here to defend. If they won't stop this, we will. All fighters, open fire.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Got it. Box away. This is 7. Target splashed.
Yo.
Dude.
Remaining Centauri vessels are offering to surrender.
All right, pick them up, bring them in, and throw them in the brig. And tell Ambassadors Jakar and Londo I want to see them in chambers now.
What if they refuse?
Then you can throw them in the...
Yep.
Security, there is a...
If he says on the brig, that looks good on Earth, that we're being tough.
Mm-hmm.
That looks good for Earth if we're being tough.
Mm-hmm.
How did you become involved with the Resistance?
My father served in a Centauri household during the last years of the rebellion. One day my father spilled a cup of hot jala on the mistress of the house, and she had him killed. Hung him from a jalwa tree for 3 days. I came to him the last night. He said he was proud and be all the things he never was. Then he died.
Oof.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Londo needs to win, bro.
Londo needs to win.
Needs to win?
Darn.
Not sorry. Jakar.
What the...
Jakar. Oh dear Lord. Jakar needs to win.
There are humans for whom the words "never again" carry special meaning.
Yep.
As they do for us.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that the Centauri originally came to help the Narn?
Of course.
By enslaving them.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
They were the ones who declared war, remember? Not us. We want only peace.
Look at Londo trying to be.
He's a good talker. I mean,
be slick.
You know, he's getting brownie points back in his planet.
Homeworld, yep.
His homeworld. His government loves this.
Things seem to have calmed down a bit.
What is it?
Yeah.
Point forming in Sector 7.
I think craziness practically on top of us.
Who's this?
Reading 1 Centauri battlecruiser.
Jesus.
Oh, battlecruiser?
Yo.
I'm sorry this has come as such a surprise, Commander, but I warned you not to interfere.
What the hell?
The cruiser will blockade Babylon 5 until our ships are returned to Centauri custody intact and unopened.
Okay, we gotta blow him out the sky.
Attempting to enter or leave Babylon 5 will be fired upon, boarded, and sent back.
¿Qué cojones, mano?
We are prepared to use deadly force.
Ooh.
Even against Babylon 5 itself.
Really?
Yeah, what has gone on?
That's a.
What is going on?
The Hondas, bro.
Oh my God. Hold on, I want you the commercial. I want you the commercial.
They hate me. I can feel what they think about me, and they know I can.
Oh, he's a telepath? He's a telepath?
I don't know what to do anymore.
Don't worry, Johnny.
Yep.
We'll take care of it from here.
Oh, boy.
Said they don't understand you, but we do. You're special.
No, the propaganda.
Take him down to the Psi-Core testing center first thing tomorrow.
No, Mom.
For your convenience.
We're
We
everywhere.
have offices and schools and children's hospitals.
Really? No one finds that frightening?
Oh, John, I can't believe
Dude, this is like Nazi propaganda, bro.
That's crazy.
This is insane.
Jesus.
So remember, if you know someone who might be a telepath, or think you might be one yourself,
By the way, I think I know Johnny. Oh my God. We should reenact this whole commercial. We should do that
This
here.
is scary.
Julian. Use Julian as Johnny. What was that? What was that? What we just missed?
We enter our 30th hour aboard Babylon 5. The Centauri Narn crisis has not...
Boy, she came on Babylon 5 just in time for this.
She definitely did.
Well, is it true that some of the Senate have suggested that you accommodate the Centauri by releasing their vessels without further searches?
I doubt that the Senate would attempt to undermine my position in these negotiations by armchair quarterbacking.
Got it. And that's probably highly confidential anyway.
This kind of thing cannot be allowed, and we will take whatever steps necessary to make that perfectly clear.
Are they going to show up?
Oh.
Are they going to show up now?
Bro.
By placing an Earth installation between warring factions, we risk being drawn into a conflict.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
What happened next came with the reluctant support of Earthdom, but hundreds of deaths. I don't see how we can support that sort of thing.
Uh-oh. What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
They want to shut down Babylon 5.
No. They said what happened next. Remember, this is after the fact.
We will not consider any demand made under terrorist threat. We have activated our defense grid and are prepared to defend all ships coming through here.
Oh, my God.
Oh, this is getting heavy.
Will be considered an attack on Babylon 5 itself, and we will respond accordingly.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Defense grid can probably hold them off, but the repercussions...
Yeah, they're bluffing.
I don't think so.
The last thing the Centauri want is a war on two fronts.
Lando knows that they're the... Shh.
Bruh. Just in case they're not bluffing.
Anyway, Lando knows the news crew on there. This benefits him.
Does he?
Yeah, remember, he's been interviewed.
If you see their weapons targeting us, open fire.
Oh, my God.
Open a channel. Let's be gracious about this.
Captain, any thoughts on the...
Shut up, lady.
Jump point forming in Sector 10.
Second jump point.
Another destroyer.
No, Narn. Yeah.
Yep.
We do not require assistance. Do not interfere. We have the situation.
Powering up weapon systems.
Oh, that's
good.
Ooh, they didn't wait. They didn't even wait.
Not at all.
Oh my God.
All civilians to the shelters. Get me.
Dude, we just had a win.
Oof.
Close blast doors now!
Oh.
Oh, my God. They took out the Centauri.
Yes, sir.
No one survived?
Oh, my.
No one survived.
Yep.
God. Holy.
Oh, my God. No question that it is a flashpoint that can only grow hotter as time passes.
This is crazy, bro.
Should allow Babylon 5 time to realize or one day even exceed the dreams we have invested in it.
Okay. A little positive there, a little bit. Golly.
Given the danger, at the end of the day, as Mr. Garibaldi said, Is it worth it?
Absolutely. Misunderstandings aside, yes, I definitely think it's worth it. Work harder to prevent this sort of tragic situation.
You started it.
Oh my gosh.
I used to think so, but now
Yes. Of course it is. For the simple reason that no one else would ever build a place like this.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see.
I hate this guy.
I hate this guy too. Swear to God.
Look, if we weren't here right now, half the people in this room would be dead. Now that should be a good enough answer for anyone.
Okay.
Pow.
Big bad wolf.
Yes. But not for any of the reasons that you've probably been told. I mean, we're not just holding jobs and having dinner. We are in the process of building the future. That's what Babylon 5 is all about. Create a better world for ourselves and our posterity.
Patriot, right there.
That's awesome.
Good night.
I would have watched
Oh
it
my God.
instead of
I'm gonna be
10
honest.
hours.
Dude, 10 out of 10.
10 out
That
of
was
10
pretty-
out of 10.
This is a pretty cool
Wow,
angle.
one of the best episodes this season. Wow, was that excellent.
This is a really cool angle on how to go about Babylon 5.
Dude,
Dude, that was absolutely fantastic. That was
Dude.
stellar.
Do you think that we're gonna be getting some battles in the next couple?
I mean,
episodes?
duh.
I'm just saying, but like how big of the battles are you guys thinking?
That was a taste.
Dude,
That was a taste.
that was 2 battle cruisers.
That was not supposed to be a battle. That was supposed to be just,
That's how good it was gonna be. That's how good it's gonna be.
That was grandstanding that got out of hand. There's an angle Lando's working on. There's an angle that Lando's working on, and he needed, like the cameras there and the news that's going on, that was going to him because he knew that if he can convince, maybe not all of Earth, but if he gets some of Earth people, he can get those people on his side. You know? And Narn looked like the aggressor. I mean, they ended up being the aggressor towards the end, but Lando started that. I wonder if he planned that from the get-go.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was the whole idea. What happened if it was planned step by step, exactly how he wanted it to turn out. You know? Because he went out there, it was a bluff. It was a bluff.
Yeah, but he did give a threat though.
Yeah, but it was a bluff. And then Narn came in guns blazing.
He was like,
pop, 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 pop,
bluff
pop.
or not.
Bluff or not. And probably for the Narns, this is probably a big win because they took out
A big
ship.
a destroyer.
A cruiser, yeah. Was it a cruiser, a destroyer?
It was a destroyer.
Having the news people there, I think it was a big tool for the Centauri. You know, and he was saying, oh, you poor innocent people, we were there being friendly, we were trying to help people. Meanwhile, I mean, for those who can read between the lines, that's definitely a dictator.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in your mind that that's the worst from a dictator trying to just take over.
What do you guys end up thinking? A little side topic. What do you guys end up thinking about that Psycop commercial?
I liked that it was in between. Like, I had nothing to do with the story, but it had a lot to do with the story.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I love everything about that. I loved everything. I'm saying we should reenact that. We should reenact that with Julian.
Like, hey, Julian, want to become a Psycop?
That was great. But I like what we saw today was what if we were on Earth, we never went.
What we would see.
We never went into
Exactly.
space. And we're like worried about what's going on here on Earth, and that's happening up there. Like, to us, that's like, we don't need that. That's propaganda. So we're looking at the propaganda that's being fed to Earth.
Mhm.
So if you're not up there, you don't know everything that's happening.
Because remember, but the thing is, okay, so you know how like the president,
I like when the light bulb goes
yeah,
in your head. You're like, that look.
Okay, so you know how the president is like kind of like a puppet to the Psycop
convinced
side
he is.
world.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So and then the fact that like there's commercials about them and everything like that, and how you just said, if you're on Earth, you have no knowledge of what's happening, right? So if this is the only thing that they're feeding to you, plus that the Psychops are good things and things like that. Meanwhile, in Babylon 5, we know it's not. It's, like you said, it's just full-blown just propaganda. by Psychor. If that's the case, Psychor's doing a lot.
Yeah, well, the government, I won't say just Psychor. I mean, Psychor for sure with that commercial, but the government's pushing an angle on the people. Like for the regular person who works, has a job or he has a business, he has a hot dog stand, or somebody who has their own business, or even the person who's going to work a 9 to 5, their concern is their immediate family, their regular lives, not really paying attention
what's happening in space,
what's happening out there. The people who are being fed an angle that could be dangerous, And the thing is, you may not have you may not be really thinking about the stuff out there, but you do have a vote. You do have a say. So when it comes to elections,
No, but that's why I'm trying to pinpoint at where if Psychor is turning the people against Babylon 5 or just turning the people to create a rouse, right? Just like the Mars people or anything like that, that's going to be bad news. And Psychor is going to be in control more if that's the case.
They're in the schools.
They're already in the schools, hospitals.
So
they're everywhere.
They're already working on the future generations. The what do you call it? The Hitler Youth program.
Psychor's
is going on. They got vehicles going around looking for people.
They're trying to have a bigger control of the government.
Correct. So today, even though we saw a lot of the action going on in space, I think we learned a lot about Earth.
Yep.
Yes.
Today than we ever had before.
Yes.
The attitude, the way things are looking, in my opinion, we saw a lot about Earth as well as what we saw. And that commercial was enough to give you that.
Yep.
That opened up a
that
door,
small,
like, wait a minute. That small 20-second, 30-second commercial, like. So they're getting that they're looking at what confusion or to form an opinion if Babylon 5 is worth it. Because let's not forget, it started off talking about Mars, because they might have family at Mars, the regular Earth people. And wonder why there's a war out there too. Why should we worry about the Narn and the Minbari? We get ourselves in trouble. We still have people in Mars going through some stuff. We got beef out there. You know what I mean? How's that affecting us? Why should we care about what's going on out there?
It's just like for example, essence like, we have our own war to worry about. Why are we supplying or helping?
Well, let me put this way. Look at you right now. You just got a house. You and your girl just moved in. You go to work. You go work at your bank. You go do your thing. You come back home. You come here one night. Would you personally be worried about what's going on in space?
No.
Like, where would your thoughts be if you were not out there? You got your regular life.
Like how am I going to protect what I just worked hard for?
What you just worked hard for.
Exactly.
You want to make sure that Earth is Earth, right?
Are we gonna get political here?
That's crazy.
No, I'm just saying.
No,
we have to get political.
It's like
I'm talking about. I'm not political. Wait, let me stop the time here. I'm not talking about political in terms of like what's happening here in real life. I'm talking about political.
On how easy the Psychor can literally just manipulate everyone's mind.
And the day-to-day people out there. And the news, what we just saw there, that documentary that they're filming out there, people are being fed an image that they might not like think kindly about Babylon 5.
That Babylon 5 doesn't serve the purpose that Babylon 5 already served the purpose it was intended to. That there should be no reason why Babylon 5 should still be up.
And then you have Lando saying what he's saying, he just putting frosting on this. You know what I'm saying? So you see, it's just great. Oh my God, I love this show. I love this show, man.
Y'all done with Earth? Are y'all done?
Shh.
Are y'all done? Shh. Y'all done?
Go ahead.
You not just see what just happened?
Earth or Muppets, bro?
Did you not?
I saw what just happened. That was great.
There was 3 battles in total. Three. I don't know if you guys saw
the
beginning.
Yep.
Right. This guy got blown up. The Centauri got blown up. All right. There was 2 when they started going to war, and there was 3. There was a big one.
No, we want to watch
Big
it.
Kahuna. Big Kahuna. Guys, why are we not talking about this enough? This is
we're breaking it down. Our job is to break it down. This is what we do.
No,
we break things down.
I'm dumb today.
No.
I'm dumb. No. That's where I'm at.
I just want to fight.
This is where I'm at today.
I want to kill everyone.
This is,
You're a warmonger, bro.
Dude,
That's what it is.
Literally.
Dude.
Red button.
This was epic. This was
absolutely.
This was from the prior conversations where we thought that the sides were gonna fall, where the dominoes were gonna fall, whatever expression you want to use. It's gonna be, again, the Narn and the humans are gonna be together, probably with the Minbari, and then it's gonna be Centauri with the Shadow People.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Really? I'm not.
Come on.
I don't know if the humans will team up with the Narns.
Come on, bro. Come on. Now think about this.
I you a reason why they wouldn't.
Now think about this though. Think about this. You're all gun ho. You're like, oh my god, but then you find out, right? Then you find out that the people were bringing guns into your space station, right? A lot of those people.
That was another point.
That a lot of those people that are feeling that are also gonna feel, damn, but they brought weapons into my space station, right?
To my backyard.
To my backyard.
To my backyard.
They brought fight to my backyard, right?
This is my problem.
Because if someone brings guns, right? Let's think we're Narn right now, right? If someone came on your property, right, and destroyed your people, now they're going to a neutral space that's supposed to be neutral and bringing weapons. Aren't you going to be just as pissed off?
Well, and the thing is, they're in a war too.
You would probably validate the reason for us to bring down that ship, because now those weapons are going to be used against our people.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're in a war. So the fact that they're going to just let people walk
they're in a war
with weapons that's going to be used against them in the future.
I know, but you saying the fact that Narns don't team up with the humans, we don't know that yet.
Oh yeah, I do.
We don't know that.
I do.
I mean, unless something crazy happens right now, they're not convincing us.
I feel.
I do.
No.
I have 100.
You think right now,
the
way things are going, that
now,
shoot, there's a possibility that the Narns be wiped out before Earth gets involved,
dude.
That the Narn might disappear,
dude. But the thing is, let me explain to you, right? The thing is, the mentality behind the people that you're talking about right now, right, is not only are they bringing war, they're like, oh, they're bringing war to our backyard, right? But then the first thing that they see before the Narn ship came in was a Centauri ship threatening the U.S. or the not the U.S.
The Babylon 5.
Babylon 5 that we will. That's the first thing that they see. If I'm on Earth and I'm seeing this, the first person I want to take out is the Centauri. You're gonna come into my backyard.
but you're gonna see that at the same time that happened, Earth took care of the problem before the Narn showed up, and we can say we don't need the Narn. We can do this on our own.
Okay.
So there's no need. There's no need to join up with the Narn. That's what the people are seeing. The Narn showed up after we had control of the situation.
Okay. Now think about this, right? If they did it now, if the Centauri did it now, why won't they do it again? Because the preface of all this is they were bringing weapons of mass destruction to our space station, and then the Narn. Wait. Give me a second. I give you a second.
Go ahead.
The Narn acted as they should have. By destroy, I would have validated that reason, and then the Centauri ship came again and then threatened us, and then the Narn came to clean up. Bro, I'm over here like, yeah, this is.
The thing is that you and I and Gerard and everybody else, we're privy to all that information.
What do you mean?
We're privy to that. We know what everybody.
Like we see everyone's sides.
The Shadows involved. We know the Vorlons involved somehow. We know all of that. For the regular people, the regular Earthers, just because the guys came with one ship is not going to automatically say, well, let's hop in my backyard. Let's team up with these guys.
Dude.
That may not happen. Listen, that may not happen. Because the fact is that it looked again that we had control of the situation. That Narn came in late. And us as Earth, we took the situation and we don't want to share the glory that we took care of that information without you. And the Narn looks like they're out of control. They came in guns blazing. When they popped up, they're like, what's going on here? They're on camera, that happened. And let's not forget that Lando he's spewing out silver. You know, it's candy coming out of his mouth. He's saying the right things to the right ear. He might convince the people that you're right, we shouldn't get involved. Yeah, we need the peace going on here. But I'm telling you, this is a big tool for Lando.
Listen,
it's a big win for him.
I don't think so.
It's like
I really don't think so.
That's the
because
thing.
you also that was at the end. What happened towards the middle? What was the camera pointing at when that spaceship came in? It was pointing at Lando, and what did Lando say? We'll use deadly force if we have to against Babylon 5.
True, and then we had it under control.
That's what I'm trying
to. If it happens again, we're gonna believe that we can control it again.
Yeah, but
the same reason we're convinced that we beat the Minbari.
No.
The same reason we believe, and we know we didn't. We still believe that we beat the Minbari. The people they're being blinded and guided a certain way, and they're all sheep. Earth is sheep.
Listen, right now, what I think is happening, right? What I think is happening not what I think is happening. If I'm looking at this, right? If I'm looking at this without the scope of having all this prior knowledge, I'm still thinking that the Narn are in the right. Right? I'm still thinking that. Not only did I know that the ship that was destroyed from an arm, because you gotta remember, if you think you're on Earth, right? You just found out that the Centauri were bringing weapons, and you know that Centauri and them were going back to war, right? And you're like, okay, I don't want nothing to be part of this, right? You're thinking, if you're a person like me, you're thinking, you know what? They got a fair point, right? Okay, I would destroy that ship too if they're killing my home people, right? Right? Okay, that's the first one, right? That was the first one. That was the first battle. Then they're going back at it and forth. Now I'm getting a little annoyed. At either side, both at this point. I'm like, but I'm not leaning towards either side now because I see that this is happening. Then the Centauri ship comes into our home space and is now threatening us.
Remember what Kosh said too.
Now I'm pissed. Hold up. Now I'm pissed off like a mug, right? I'm really, really pissed off. This all happens. I'm pissed off at the Narn. Like, why? Why would the Narn do that? We had it under control. We had it so much under control that those other ships that were on our space station all had weapons. And this was all prior to. So that means they were bringing ships beforehand that had nuclear weapons on this ship because they were using that. Yeah, they were using this as a staging ground or as a depot for all these weapons. So now I'm thinking, yeah, who really is the bad guy here? Not Narn. Narn did what they should. It's really these guys that are bringing mass weapons into what's supposed to be a peaceful station.
But it feeds the fact that maybe Babylon 5 should be taken out. It feeds that it should be decommissioned. And,
no, I agree. If I was on Earth, I'm like Babylon 5. I'm all go for it. But my argument was idea, who is going to join who. But again, that was my argument.
That's the point. They don't want to join anybody. Why? Because they got their own conflicts. Let's not forget what's happened on Mars. Let's not forget that what happened was Dr. Franklin's father.
No.
And they went to that one point.
I agree. I agree with all that. I agree with all that.
But I want to go back. Hold on, let me finish my point. Let's go back to the point you said that the Earth is going to join the Narn. There's no evidence of that. There is no evidence of that Narn or Earth would join together to fight the Minbari. We still don't have, because of the fact that crumbs are being placed in areas and people are following those crumbs away from that.
This is what I'm thinking.
And again, with Londo talking the way he was talking, he wants to make sure that Earth doesn't get involved.
Listen, this is what I'm prefacing at, right? If you're thinking which side you have to choose, right? And you have to choose the ultimatum, you're gonna choose the Narn, right? From what I just saw, that's what I was prefacing to. This is, to me, this is a sprinkle of what we're gonna come to see. And now this is me as a commentator, right? This is me as a commentator saying that this has just shown me that we will most likely fall with the Narn because we know it's gonna happen.
We don't know that.
We know it's.
Let me tell you why I say we don't know that. Because the writing is so excellent. I don't think this show is predictable.
You don't think so?
I don't think this show is predictable.
You don't think so?
No, I think this show is so well written from what we've seen so far.
You know
that the unexpected can be. It said in the beginning.
You remember?
Expect the unexpected. I'm telling you, bro. The writing is not lazy. The writing is not that it's not that easy to comprehend. Things happen. We did not expect what happened today. You know what I mean?
You know what I think is gonna happen?
That's automatic. I don't believe that at all.
You know what's gonna happen, bro? Remember the other space race that look like the Minbari?
Yeah.
They're gonna come out of nowhere.
That's what
they're gonna come out of nowhere, bro. I do believe they're coming back because I had to bring them up because I was just thinking about, I'm like, where the hell did those people go? They're advanced as shit.
The Narns can get. I can see them getting the other alien races that are.
That's what
they're the little leagues that they're not that big enough.
That's what I'm gonna
get them together.
That's what I was gonna say because the thing is the fact that we're also we're also just deep. Only focusing. Yeah, we're only focusing on the Narn, the Centauri, and humans, right? Can we not just talk about the fact that Londo just had the biggest kahangas to give a threat to the entire of Babylon 5 with multiple species? Right.
Yeah,
so while your argument with Michael, what he was saying is like, oh, the humans are gonna have to pick a side or whatever. I don't think it's just gonna be the humans. Like how you guys mentioned, whether if it's the little leagues or whether if it's more species or anything like that.
Yeah, millions.
Someone is gonna make a decision.
Millions.
Someone is gonna say, you guys are not ready for immortality. Or something like that, bro.
I will say,
like,
I think Londo's speech was, like Ray said, I think it was good the way he said it. In terms of when he got towards the end to try to get the humans out of this, right? Like to basically say that we're trying to be peaceful, right? Like he did his thing. However, I think Londo is also pushing his luck a little bit with all those other races.
Yes, he is.
I think he's pushing his luck a lot.
Yes, he is
right now.
And he's like, and for those deadly use can be used.
Like even in the council, remember they're having council meeting and stuff like that. Like everybody hated Londo. Every single, like there was not, if you think about it, there was not one race that was on his side. They were all on Narn's side, right? So that's one thing I will say.
All those other races can see what the Minbari are doing.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh,
Earth,
yeah.
Earth, except for the people who are in Babylon 5, they're not privy to what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we don't.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't.
I wish I knew more about Earth. Like, do they have like the internet,
but
or is
they-
it like a modified internet? You know?
I thought we learned a lot today about
Yeah.
Earth. You know?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that, listen, we're getting close to the ending of season 2.
Yeah.
Right? And it's ending, so it seems to be ending with a bang.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Every episode for the last couple has been like. boom, boom,
they're like
boom, boom.
boiling points. They're like
Yeah.
we're getting towards something, like towards
Do you guys
not
think-
a climactic point, but because I don't think there's gonna be a climax until the beginning.
We're getting close to the end of season 2.
Do you guys-
Yeah,
We
yeah,
feel
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
We feel the heat. I feel the heat.
Yeah.
Do you guys
He
feel
comes.
like the shadow people are just gonna come out of nowhere?
I don't know where.
I don't know where.
I don't know where.
Nah, you know why? Because they're too calculated. Like it may seem that way. Dude, you know what? I don't even
See, exactly. That's how different it could be.
I don't know, but that's the thing. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Again, going back to the writing of the show, we don't know. Imagine they never show up again. If the entire time they're attacking in the background and no one ever sees them ever, you know? I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Oh my god!
But I do love.
This episode was great.
This episode.
This episode was a great different angle.
This episode was.
And like we mentioned, that small commercial, it had a whole meaning.
That was a big, bro. That I didn't talk about it much because I was like, all right, I'll let you guys do the talking. But that was a big impact.
Yeah.
Onto where Earth is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Where Earth is
Well,
right now.
we're in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We're
saying.
definitely
Like,
in the middle of
yeah,
it.
like, so I'm excited, and I'm excited. You know what? I'm also excited for. We see who I mean, we always kind of knew that this was the controlling power, the people who want to go against Santiago, but we also see that there's still resistance in Mars.
Yeah,
like that's still an ongoing thing. As literally she alluded to in the beginning.
I wonder where that's gonna play off. What was happening on Mars? I wonder how that's gonna end up being part of the main story.
Yeah.
You know, like how that are we gonna come together?
Yeah.
It's you know, are we gonna end up destroying Mars?
Yeah.
You know, is there gonna be an incident involving the Narn or the Minbari of the Centauri and Mars?
There's Mars or something like that.
And let's not forget, the Minbari just got they just got a heavy side on the warrior cast.
Dude,
Where are we going, guys?
Yeah, last episode was Minbari. This one was Centauri and Narn. It's getting we're getting somewhere. And like in the first season, we're like, damn, we're getting somewhere. Now we're like, damn, we're really getting somewhere.
I've seen Star Wars, a little bit of it, and I'm realizing now how much it sucks compared to this. Dude, Star Wars is ass, bro. Compared to this. How can people be giant fans of that stupid ass show or movies when you got a show like this that is absolute stellar? And back then, people were waiting week after week. I had to wait week after. I mean, we kind of doing that ourselves right now, but we can binge watch this if we weren't doing it for the channel. But can you imagine how this has happened? Like what's gonna happen next week?
You're having this conversation all throughout the week. Like at the job,
If you're at
at
work,
school,
people watching it,
or anything. Like you're just having a conversation. What do you think is gonna happen?
Even worse,
You know?
Even worse, no one else around you watches it. It's only you watching. You're like, oh, who am I gonna talk to?
Dude, so
my head will blow up.
You know what's funny? I tell people at work and people I meet, oh yeah, we have a reaction channel. Check us out. We watch Babylon 5. They're like, what is that? And I'm like,
Oh dear Lord.
You know what? Screw those people.
and I explain to them like, oh, all right, like Star Trek.
This is.
I'm like, and the thing is, at one point, I'm just like, yeah, like Star Trek.
Sure, sure.
Like Star Trek.
Sure. Sci-fi. They just
Sci-fi, bro.
sci-fi.
Sci-fi
Sci-fi.
shows. Yeah.
That's it. That's my go-to sci-fi show.
And the more I watch the show, the
Sci-fi.
more I realize I really don't want this to be rebooted. Like I don't want a new version of the show. I don't want. I don't think you can.
I feel like
It depends who writes it.
Dude, this is lightning in the bottle.
It depends who writes it, and it depends on where we end. I gotta see where we end as a fifth season. And if there's a continuation or if just a remake. If it's a remake, I don't know if we can make a remake.
If it's a continuation, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
They do the whole thing again. Like who can play Lando, right? Who can play Jakar? What actor can possibly play Jakar?
Hold up. There's a guy who can play Lando.
Don't even say The Rock. If you say The Rock, bro.
Definitely not.
Gary Oldman.
Definitely not.
Maybe
Come
Gary
on,
Oldman.
come on,
Definitely
bro.
not.
Gary Oldman can play Jakar.
Anything.
Oh,
Gary Oldman can play anybody. He can play anybody.
Yeah. That's it.
Let's be honest.
But they're not gonna pay Gary Oldman money.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have Gary Oldman money.
Amazon got a lot of
But
budget.
Gary Oldman, Gary Oldman would be a badass Jakar.
Yeah.
Even Orlando for that
Yeah,
matter.
even both of them. Either way. Yeah.
if
yeah.
this-
there you go.
if
See,
this
that's
show-
it, though. That's it.
We can't have Gary Oldman play every role. No, we could.
Every character.
Gary
You
Oldman
imagine?
as Susan Ivanova.
Hey, yo.
Oh,
but
my
if
God.
this show was remade, I don't think my generation would appreciate it. For not the story.
No,
I feel like they would appreciate the story base.
I agree
But
with
they're
that.
gonna be like, oh, the
I agree with
costume
that.
is not
No,
realistic,
no.
or
I
they're
don't
just they won't appreciate.
I disagree.
Like they're gonna be too detailed into like the budget or things
I
like
dis-
that
I
or
disagree with
whatever.
that.
But
Well,
I don't
I
think
mean,
they're
like,
gonna.
Well, it can't be Disney.
Wait,
It
hold up,
can't be Disney.
hold up. I disagree with that point. I think that the costumes and everything are going to be on point just because of how much technology we have. I think, however, if the first season played out like it did, I don't think our generation will like it.
Yeah, no.
Because if you really think about it,
We're used to
in
a
the
lot of
first
colors, a lot of
in
everything.
the first season, we didn't have much action.
Yeah,
a lot more.
it was just
I would
diplomatic.
consider the show more drama in the first season than it was anything else, or was character building and story building. I think I'll use a good show for an example, which I think is a good show. The Lord of the Rings show, the Ring of the
Rings of Power.
Rings of Power, right? It was too much of a building, but you can already tell that like people didn't like it because it was too much of that building.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying because I think it was a good show. I just think that at that time it was just too much of building, and people don't really appreciate that. Like
They were already
there was
expecting
in the
something
first
else.
season. We can't say that we did not have a good build. Like
Mm-hmm.
we built the first season. Like we know these characters come out of the first season. Like we know who they are. We know what they are, except of course Kaj. But if that happened in our generation, I don't think we would appreciate it. It would have to be changed so much that it even wouldn't be considered Babylon 5. Like we would have to have action from the get-go.
but
Like maybe fourth episode, we need to.
But
Okay,
that's
let me tell you what. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but because that's what I was trying to make. Whereas, like, while I was talking about budget, because, like you said, if it's nowadays, yeah, we would actually, make a nice, decent thing. But what I was talking about, our generation is so used to seeing colors fast, as in like seeing explosions, seeing this,
I think
seeing,
this is the word you're trying to use. Attention span.
There you go.
The
Yes, our
span
attention
of our generation.
Correct. It's horrible.
But I have it.
Our attention span is horrible. They're like, oh no, the story took too long. Oh, the fight was too short.
Let Ray cook. Let Ray cook.
Let me tell you.
Cook for
There's
us
only
real quick.
2 places that it will fly well.
Where?
Possibilities. If HBO picked it
I'm
up.
about to say HBO.
Yeah.
If HBO picked up Babylon 5 and gave it a mature rating.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And once in a while, you might have to see a boob or two.
Yeah, you gotta.
know what I'm saying?
Ivanova.
It may not go that way. But if HBO picked it up, and they're serious because HBO puts out stellar material.
Yeah.
Out of all the other channels, all the other companies out there exist, HBO does it well, and they leave room for the creator to create. Plus, the writer is still alive.
Yeah.
He'll want his baby. So if it's in his hands with the right writing crew, in HBO, I think it can fly. Or because I've seen other shows on it, I think Apple TV.
Yeah.
Apple TV has been pulling out stellar.
I can agree.
Stellar, they've been.
I can agree.
been
I can definitely agree.
amazing.
Apple wants to be part of the game.
Yeah.
The sci-fi game. Because if you look at their channel, there's a lot of sci-fi.
Yeah.
Right?
We've talked about a whole bunch, but
So if they went on Apple, and I know, listen, I can't stand Apple products except for Apple TV. I do like Apple TV. I'm not gonna lie to you. They put out stuff, but I think for today's audience, it will have to be.
it would be Peacock. No, I'm sure.
This show will not go well on like a PG-13. It can't.
No,
definitely
It
not.
can't. It'll have to be mature rating.
Mature.
And you're gonna have.
When Londo was in love with those dancers, they would have to be naked. They would, like.
Well, it's not just that. Like, if somebody got shot, I want to see blood and guts go out.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is. Remember,
Yeah.
like in the first episode of the House of the Dragon, when the guy got axed in the middle of the face,
And you can see everything.
Yeah, it have to be crazy like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's like when Orlando with all these women. You know what I'm saying? There's so much room to make this mature rating.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how you're gonna get today's audience. But even then, apart from all that,
A blaster obliterate you, like like it's like a gun, a piece of
let the
melting
writer-
your body.
Yeah.
Let the writer have his freedom. Let him. Don't hold him back. Don't try to just make any fill episode. Just get it done. And I think you can save this IP other than that. But the way as it stands right now, I don't want to touch. It's too good.
It is.
If we're being 90s show, it was 90s graphics and 90s. Even once in a while, things look a little hokey sometimes.
Yeah.
It still looks excellent.
The thing is the fact that if they did give it an attempt to even do like a small season of 12 episodes, right? If they did, it will shine light to the earlier episodes, if that's the case, which is going to bring a bigger budget. if that's the case.
Listen,
I don't think so because I think it's just gonna be realistically. They first, if they condense it down to 12 episodes, it's gonna you're missing a lot of the building, right? Now there's one episode we can all throw out.
I'm talking about if it's a continue. If it's a continue, like if it's
we all know that
boxing
the show.
episode.
Yeah, we all can throw that one out.
We can get rid of all the junk episodes.
Yeah, we
you
can
know?
get that's number one. I think out of all of them.
Yep.
I think there may be one or two, but that one out of all of them.
Well, we can start it off as a movie like they did the series. It doesn't have to be the exact same movie.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time though, very few people seem to know about Babylon 5, at least
Mm-hmm.
generation. So you bring up Babylon 5, they don't know anything about it. And then was because of that, the diehard fans of Babylon 5 will probably be gatekeeping.
Yeah.
You know, they'll probably be gatekeeping and not,
Yeah.
you know, and probably not be too friendly.
Of the
You know?
actual, yeah.
I mean, I'm glad they've been friendly with us. You know, but we love the show. I mean, we haven't said anything negative about the show.
Yeah.
You know,
The
except for the
Expanse.
boxing episode and maybe Franklin once in a while. But other than that,
And Londo.
No, I love Londo.
Yeah.
I love Londo. Listen, Londo is what he is. He's a perfect villain. You know, listen, any show with a great villain is a good show.
That's
You know,
true.
I mean, you can't
It's true.
go
It's true.
wrong.
What? It's true.
But anyway, this episode
Yeah.
was absolutely stellar, guys. Listen, if you
been on
like
here
what
for a
we're
while.
doing, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, guys. Listen, I know a lot of you guys love our conversations, and we may go long. And if you love that, please, again, hit that like button. Let us know what you guys think about our thoughts without any spoilers. We appreciate that 100%. I know we're getting close to the end of season 2, and we are hype.
Wait for the discussion for
I,
that.
I was attacked with goosebumps this entire
Dude,
show.
this episode was probably one of the best episodes.
And just by the name alone, I didn't think it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like, it might be a filler, you know.
No,
no.
this was
and
this
oh my
was
God, this was intense.
probably one of the most intense out
This
of all
is one
of
of
them.
the best episodes I've seen.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
right off the
And
bat,
from a
you get
different, and from like a different, like I kept
different
mentioning
perspective.
a different perspective. There you go.
Yeah, I love that.
Yep.
I love
that
that.
was.
I wanna get
I
more of
appreciated that.
Yeah,
Honestly, I actually appreciated
I feel
that.
like I was watching The Office.
Yeah.
Except it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
And there was nothing funny about it, you know.
I like the outlook that the take that they did for it. Yeah.
But guys, listen, we love this show. We love thinking about it. We love you hanging out with us. We are enjoying this journey, and if you are with us with the journey, especially if you've gone back, if you've been with us from the very beginning. Thank you for being with us, guys. Again, please hit the like button, subscribe, spread the word, join our Nights in our journey to finish this up, to see where we go with Babylon 5, guys. Look, thanks for hanging out with us. We are our Nights. I'm Ray.
And I'm Gerard.
I'm Michael.
Guys, we'll see you soon.
Stay safe.
Take care, guys.
Take care.